Happy Good Friday, everybody. I wanted to read some verses that pertain to Good Friday, and as sad as that day was, and all that the Lord took on for us and to save us and give us eternity in heaven with Him. I just want to read some verses that remind us of all that He has been through for us and what He went through on that Friday before His resurrection. So I'm going to start with Isaiah 53 3 through 5. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain, like one whom people hide their faces. He was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. I also wanted to read some of his last words before he died on the cross on Good Friday. And one of those is Luke 23:34. Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. John 19:30. When he had received the drink, Jesus said, It is finished. With that, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. And Luke 23:46. Jesus called out with a loud voice, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And he said that in his last breath. I can't even begin to imagine how difficult that was for a mother to watch her son be brutally beaten and his life taken before her eyes. I think that during that time there was probably a lot of doubt and confusion as to what happened. But 3 days later, there was joy when his body was no longer there. He rose up and raised to new life, and so that we could have eternity in heaven with him forever. And I'm sure those 3 days leading up to his resurrection were very difficult, and a lot of questions were being asked during that time. But he did what he promised, and he took on the weight of the world and the pain of the world. And it wasn't the physical pain that was the hardest part of dying that day. It was absolutely the weight of the sin that he took on for us, so that we didn't have to be separated from him forever. And if you don't know the Lord as your Savior, today could be the day that you accept him into your heart and allow him to change your life so that you can be with him forever. And I just wanted to say happy Good Friday, even though it was a very, very tough day, very painful day, is still happy because of what he did so that we can be saved and live with him forever. Have a blessed day.